In front of me are the fraction resources. Fractions is a complicated concept that children need quite a bit of graphic resources and concrete resources to support the learning that's happening in the classroom. Learning Tools does fractions along the same colorway, so always in this, the whole will be red across all the different resources that we sell. The half will be in pink, the thirds will be in orange, the quarters will be in yellow, and so it goes. The first resource we'll talk to is the fraction magnetic circles. These are magnetic circles that go onto the board in the front. They're magnetic, they do stick together, so you can use them to show equivalencies. For the teacher, that is a nice option. They're also double-sided, which means one side has the fraction and the other side has the percentage. The fraction are broken into wholes, which is red, halves in pink, thirds in orange, quarters in yellow, then we've got fifths, sixths, eighths, tenths and twelfths. To reinforce the concrete nature of fractions, we've got three different options. We've also got the fraction squares, which comes in a small square box like this. This is also broken up into the various different fractions in the same colorway. Wholes are 1, wholes are red, halves are pink, thirds are yellow, and so on. This gives a child an understanding of the size of the fraction if you take a square and cut it into those pieces. Often children get confused by fractions when they're only done in a circle, so this is a nice way of showing that they can also be done in a square. You can see there's the fraction circles, which are done in the same colorway and show what the fraction would look like if it was in a circular base. This is also good for showing equivalencies. You can show that a third is smaller than a half, and you can also show that 2/3 is bigger than a half, or 1/4 is a half of a half, and 2/4 is equal to a half. These are all concepts that teachers need to get across to the students, and these resources will help them. We also have what's called fraction tower cubes. These are also show the different fractions along the same colorway concept into the different halves, wholes, thirds, all the way down to twelfths. As the children mature, so they start doing concepts like decimals and percentages. There's the fraction equivalency cubes, which has the fraction on the one side, the decimal on the other, and the percentage on the third side. This is a very nice resource for the intermediate phase, grade 4 to grade 7, and sells really well into that phase. We have a game that is supporting fractions on the that can be played on the carpet. This is also following the same colorway system. So quarters are yellow, sixths are a green color, and thirds are orange. This shows it in the fraction in various different shapes. It's got triangles, circles, and squares. And what the game is, it's a domino game. You need to match the equivalent fraction to the picture. Very nice for reinforcing learning. Lastly, in the fraction range, we have a resource for the front of the classroom. This is the fraction modular flip chart. This shows the fraction picture, the fraction itself, the percentage, and the decimal. These are all modular systems and can be separated. So if you're only doing fractions and pictures, you can have the two out and keep these aside. And as you add these concepts, so the teachers can add the different modules. As we go from a half to a quarter, so we flip it over and show, there we go, and show all the different breakdowns of that fraction. Very graphic, very nice for the front of the classroom. And that's fractions.